Today we're going to mess a little bit with your minds.
Oh boy,
Are we ever going to mess with your minds a little bit? We watched a couple of mind benders this week for our reviews. We watched Girl on a Train and Shutter Island.
Yes.
Shutter Island's a little bit older, but...
it was an older one, and I think I watched it when it first came out.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but I watched it again.
I did watch it again, and it was very difficult to get through the second time.
Really?
Honestly, yeah. I almost... There was like 40 minutes left, and I went to bed because it was late. And I was like... The next day, I was like, oh, I really don't want to watch the rest of this.
That's okay. I got to almost the same point, and I didn't watch the rest of it. Because I forgot. That's right. I completely just farted and went, oh man, I woke up and I went, oh, I forgot to watch this. Fuck. Fuck. That's how bad the movie was.
Okay, watching it the first time, it's actually not... It's
the first
good.
time, but to rewatch it...
Yeah, it was incredibly difficult to get through. So...
Because I remember it came out on Netflix. This is why, because I saw it and I went, oh, I want to watch that because I remember it being good. And then I watched it and I'm like, oh my god, why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah, no, that's what I felt during the whole time. It's like even the missus...
I apologize for making you watch that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Like the missus is like, oh, I'm going to be watching Shutter Island. It's like, oh, I'm going to watch it with you. He left a half an hour into it. It's like, I can't do this anymore.
I don't remember.
Left,
yeah,
and it's just like,
how did it end? You have to tell me how did it end.
Well, okay, he ends up going into the lighthouse, finding the doctor, and the doctor breaks down his whole reality and makes him confront who he really is.
Because he's not really a cop, right?
No, he was.
Oh, but then he ended up on the island as a patient, right?
As a patient, yes.
And he's just reliving his...
Well, the doctor was doing a different form of therapy to see if letting him live out his fantasy world would make him
better.
Make him better, but it did not. So he ended up being lobotomized at the whole thing. So okay, go watch the movie. It is good, but if you've seen the movie,
don't watch it again.
Don't watch it again. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't hold up again. It doesn't hold up. Like the first time you watch it because you're like, oh.
You know, because you're thinking, it's like, oh. Because I was thinking to myself, it's like, okay, because I know how the whole thing, I know it's a mind screw up. So I'll watch it and see if I can find the points where, things aren't. And it's like, no, I didn't even want to do that.
Yeah, you just don't even pay attention, and I think that's, like that goes into the, I'm glad I watched it. I'm not glad I watched it again category of my movie categorizing.
It is worth watching the first time.
Definitely. If you haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen it, go watch it because it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's one of those mind benders.
Yes,
but,
and it has a lot of well-known people in it too, like Mark Ruffalo,
Leonardo
DiCaprio.
I actually like him as
Ben
an actor.
Kingsley.
I don't mind him as an actor. DiCaprio.
When he first started out, because he was such a pretty boy and all the girls loved him, I didn't like him at all.
I don't
but
like
I think it was
Catch
Me If You Can.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
We should do that.
When I watched that movie, my opinion of him shifted.
I don't like his how on his. I don't like his high horse. I don't like how he tries to. Yeah, that's a whole different thing. But I think he's puts out
he's better than us.
Yeah, he puts out decent movies.
Yep.
Like this one was a good movie. It was good. The idea of it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But to have watched it again was, even though I didn't watch the end of it because I completely forgot that I had to watch it. Like I did, seriously. This is what happened. I started watching it at work, and I was like, oh, I left work early that day, so I'm like, okay, I'll finish watching it tonight, and I just completely brain farted and forgot to watch the end of it. So apparently that'll tell you something about the movie. So maybe you don't want to watch it. I don't know.
As I said, I remember enjoying the movie the first time I watched it, but for some reason the second time it was just like, no.
This is the first time in all of our movie reviews. Like, I've turned off movies and be like, I'm not watching the end of this because it's
I know. So bad. He didn't watch Batman Year One. He didn't even finish the whole thing, and it was a good movie.
But this is the first time I've completely forgot, so that is weird. Maybe it's my old age. Fuck. What is wrong with me? Anyways, moving on to the second mind fucker of the show. Girl on a Train. This one I enjoyed. This one I did. I liked it. I liked the whole idea behind it. I liked the
just how everything at the end just starts happening in different pieces of the puzzles.
The end of the movie makes you go, oh shit.
Okay, when you're first watching the movie, it's like you're looking at this one puzzle, right? And by the time the last part of the movie's done, you've started a new puzzle.
Yes.
Like this whole puzzle that you started with,
Yes.
gone.
Yes.
And the second one is like, holy shit, that one was way better. Like,
because it takes you in. I think this movie takes you in like 8 different directions. Because it follows this girl, and you're like, okay, and you're like, oh, what? And you go, okay, so first this girl is an alcoholic. She's crazy. You're like, she's absolutely nutbag. And then at the end you go,
here's
she's
the thing.
not
It's like
a nutbag.
they don't show that she's an alcoholic quite off the bat.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a girl on a train. She's talking about how she watches the world go by and she makes up stories of this world.
Yeah, you just think that, she's just commuting to work.
And then after a while, it's like, you find out she's an alcoholic. Yeah. I'm like,
okay, so this makes a little bit more sense. You're like, okay,
right?
This woman's crazy. She killed a woman because she wanted to be part of this. It kind of goes in the direction of, you know those thrillers where like it's psycho woman wants to take over this woman's life, and she ends up killing her, and then it kind of turns into no, psycho man wants to make psycho woman think she's psycho, but she's not really psycho.
Yeah.
But man is screwing around on wife, and you're like, how many puzzles am I building here? This is like a 2D puzzle that turns into a 4D puzzle.
Oh, it is. You know, there was a lot of praise heaped onto this movie when it came out, and I was like, okay, you know,
well deserved.
What? Yes,
very well deserved.
At the end of the movie, I was like, wow, that was incredible.
Remember Get Out? Remember the movie how we did Get Out? Was it last week or the week before? Whatever.
Yeah.
We did Get Out, and that movie was like hyped up as the scariest movie of all time,
praised
and it like
and everything like that.
Missed. This one was praised, and it hit.
Oh yeah,
this one
is
hit.
Totally worth watching. Like, you know, when she's in Grand Central Station and she takes a bottle of alcohol and just starts chugging it into a little water bottle, and she's sitting there going,
yeah.
And I'm like, ew.
I know, gross.
And
who can drink vodka like that? Who can drink vodka
it's
like
that? You know, okay, definitely a hardcore alcoholic. Like, this woman, you see why the story goes a certain way, because it's like, wow, that's hardcore alcohol.
I think
wow. And then all of a sudden...
But it turns at that one point where she meets the mother-in-law on the train, Phoebe, the girl.
Oh,
yeah,
Phoebe.
And then the mother's like, "No, you didn't cause a scene at all. You went and you were ill."
Yeah, I know.
And then it turns out that her husband had been, wow, she was an alcoholic, right? And she was she liked to drink. But it made me think: was she really an alcoholic, or did she just?
No, wait. She definitely is an alcoholic.
But she wasn't a crazy alcoholic.
She wasn't a violent one.
Yeah.
She wasn't crazy. She was a drink,
pass out alcoholic.
Done. Right?
But her husband made her seem like she was a crazy violent alcoholic, because she wakes up at the one point like covered in blood, but that blood, where did that blood come from? Because she like her husband ended up hitting her. Like and it was just so many different things. So many different things.
This was actually one of those ones where I almost got lost in the because it starts present day. It goes like 2 days past present day, and then all of a sudden it starts to flash back into like
4 months ago, 3 months ago, 2, 1, and you're like,
we'll still go into to the present too.
It's like, let me get my phone out and take notes on what's happening.
Yeah, and it's not like they have a transition between past and present, because they look the same in the past, they look the same in the present, and it's just like, you know, because I know some stories when they do flashbacks, the main character
looks different,
a little different, you know, haircut, but shorter, longer, or something like that.
They're all the same. There's no way to tell of time shifts or anything like that. But this movie overall, it was. Fantastic.
You know, you have a sense of character development. You have a sense of getting involved in these people and having a sense of, wow, you know,
It was one of those movies where you kind of go and you watch and you watch and you're getting lost, and then you actually get lost, and then at the end you go, oh,
Wow. Yeah.
they put a bow on that and tied that shit up real good.
Oh boy, did they ever! Like, I gotta admit, this was a fantastic movie. This is one of those ones that I'd probably pick up at some.
This
point.
is the second time that I watched it to do the review, and both times I enjoyed it immensely.
Oh, you twice? Okay.
Yeah, because I watched it when it first came
like,
out.
I was just thinking, it's like, oh crap, is this one of those ones where we're gonna watch again and not enjoy it the second time? But
No, this is the one again, because watching it the first time, it throws you completely. You're like, what the fuck? And then you watch it the second time and you go, oh. Knowing the end makes it even better.
yeah,
Because you
yeah.
go, oh, I like how they did that.
Yeah.
You appreciate how they piece the story together. You know? You've got pieces from different puzzles, but they all end up fitting.
This is
Very
a
well done.
fantastic mosaic that they do put it together. Like,
They did a
brilliant
very
movie.
good job on it. Very good job on it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's like, wow. It was actually really good. I recommend this one. 100% recommend it.
Oh yeah,
Go
definitely.
watch it. You know what? Honestly, this is like I watched it on a non-paying thing on the interwebs. Thank you, interwebs. But this one I would recommend putting your money out to and enjoying it.
That's why
with
I said
the money.
That's why I said this is one of those ones I'm going to buy. You know, this is I'm going to put my support behind it and actually pay for it. Not like some other movies where you
Yeah, you're like, I'm
watch
glad
and
that
go,
I
"I'm
stole
glad I
that
didn't
one.
Pay for that one.
Yeah. So yeah, don't watch Shutter Island. Well, you can watch it, but don't watch it again.
If you only have time for one movie,
Yes,
Girl on a Train,
yes.
that one.
That is your
That is
movie to
the
watch
one.
this coming weekend. Put that on your list of. If it's number 10 on your list, put it to number 1 because it's better than 1 through 9. I can guarantee you. I don't even know what 1 through 9 is, and I can guarantee you that it's better. Let us know what you guys thought about these couple of movies. If you guys have any movies that you want us to watch, go ahead and put it in the comments below. Let us know, and we will attempt to watch them. We'll watch anything except like, well, we'll watch porn if you really want us to review porn, but that would be a little bit weird. A little bit weird.
Well, as long as we're not watching it together, I think we'll be fine.
Yes, yes. All right, guys. Before it gets any more off the rails.
Yeah.
Later.
See ya.
Yeah, I watched part of Shutter Island at work yesterday. I left work yesterday early. And I'm like, oh,